Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole and welcome to a very special video today. We are actually doing favorites. I never do this on this channel because I really can't. Most months I'm testing a brand, testing specific products, but as you all know, that's not what we did for May. And so as May comes to a close, I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to share with you products you've seen before. This isn't some kind of favorites that I'm pulling out of thin air. These are products you've seen before, but I have been absolutely loving this month. As always, timestamps and links are in the description box below if you would like to jump around. This video is mostly skincare, a little bit of makeup, and some hats. And some hats. I was not originally going to wear the sun hat in this video, but I put it on and now I can't bring myself to take it off. You know what I mean? I want to start with some Korean skincare kind of rediscoveries in my collection. Let's just start this video out with the IOPE Stim 3 Softener. I did a sponsorship with IOPE a while ago. I'm very picky with sponsorships. It has to be a product that I feel is really, really good. And this one is, but I've realized I have an even better way to describe this now, and that is if you are somebody who likes the Yesstyle Onion New Pair collection, you are probably going to love the IOPE Stim 3 collection. There are some similarities in what's going on with the Yesstyle Onion New Pair collection in this one, notably the onion, which is used for anti-inflammatory and wound healing purposes. Without any smell. I always have to emphasize that. But IOPE is a higher end brand. They are a prestige brand. They're a little bit more expensive, and it feels like this product is. It feels like you are getting even more from this. See, I'm not somebody who is opposed to high-end products, but I do need to feel like it's worth it. I don't want to feel like I spent, $80 on a serum and it's something I could have bought for $20. That bothers me greatly. And another aspect that I feel you should be paying for in a higher end product is more going on in one place, and it does feel like that's what you get with this. You get that onion complex, allantoin, peptides, and as somebody with a difficult skin type, yes, it does immediately provide instant hydration, especially because it does have that more thick consistency to it. Technically, they call it a softener instead of a toner, but I treat it like a toner in my routine. But also in using this more and more, you really see the results in terms of just strengthening your skin barrier. And that's supposed to be the whole goal, and it really feels like it delivers on those claims. I like how all three of these K-beauty products are repairing type of products. Tell me you have difficult skin without telling me you have difficult skin. The Skinfood Royal Honey Propolis. Now, I've talked about this quite a bit on this channel, and lately I've been reaching for this more than my COSRX 96. I just feel like this is doing so much more. Not to say that it is that product or even a snail-based product, but it's a similar theme. It's that theme of more on the reparative side, more on the restoring side, great for post-acne, seems to help prevent breakouts, very nourishing, a very nourishing product. This one is a bit thicker, and I think that's why, in my mind, I kind of associate it with the COSRX 96. It's very much a this or that situation in my head. Do you all have products like that where it's one and the same in your head, but they're really quite different products? And listen, the Mixsoon Bean Essence, I've also talked about this, and it is another product that it's just so unique. This has such a simple ingredients list, but there is something incredible about the texture of this. It really lingers on the surface of your skin. Now, here's the thing. I know some of you are thinking, ooh, that's exactly what I don't want. But here's the benefit of this. This sits on your skin for 20, 30 minutes, slowly sinking into your skin. And it seems to me that in this process, it is incredible at softening your skin. it eventually does sink in. I feel like, there's a lot of masks that are kind of similar in this aspect of sitting on the surface of your skin, but you have to wash them off. This one, you really don't. I saw someone say in the Yesstyle reviews on this product that they use it with microcurrent, so I tried it. I did. And it works so well for that. It works so well for that. I don't want to sound shady, but I gotta say something, and it's gonna sound shady. Mixsoon, can you help NuFace? Can you please help NuFace? They can't figure out how to make a gel that stays on your skin for more than 3 minutes. Can you help them? Y'all know how to do it. I like NuFace, I really do, but woo, they need a better gel. The funny thing for me with this one is that my brain thinks this is expensive, even though it really isn't. It really isn't. I was on the Sephora website just this morning looking at the new Fenty Mineral Sunscreen, and it's amazing to me that I was like, oh, okay, $25 for an ounce. On Sephora, that's normal. Whereas this is $30 for 1.7 fluid ounces, sometimes a little more. It's difficult to find deals on the Mixsoon brand. For some reason, that feels expensive to me. It's just so funny how you end up having a point of reference for prices in your mind, and when it comes to K-beauty, I just expect it to be lower, again, unless it's one of the high-end brands where I actually feel that it is worth it. And that brings us into a sunscreen favorite, and this is one I've talked about before, but I think you might be surprised by the sunscreen I pull out. Now, again, I had a long weekend, right? Did everybody have a good Memorial Day weekend? Did you all get a lot of sun? I certainly did. We were in the sun for 2 days straight. And I actually had a bit of a conundrum in packing for this trip because I realized all of my K-beauty sunscreens are not waterproof, or at least water resistant. So I was looking through my mineral sunscreens and I couldn't believe it, but I actually found a water resistant sunscreen in my own collection for up to 80 minutes. That's the top level. And it is this one from Vichy, which, after using this all weekend long, I have got to tell you, this is a darn good mineral sunscreen. It is such a good mineral sunscreen, it is actually not drying. And that is because this isn't using zinc oxide, it's using titanium dioxide. Remember that zinc oxide is an astringent ingredient. That's why it's so stinking hard to find a mineral sunscreen that isn't drying. And the catch with titanium dioxide is that up until recently, it was difficult to formulate this in a way that protected you from UVA. However, newer technologies have made that possible. This is also SPF 60. In a mineral sunscreen, but it's tinted. It's not orange, it might be a little gray for some people, but I'm a little gray, apparently. I feel like the only catch with Vichy is that I always feel like they're an affordable brand in my mind. It's what we were talking about earlier with price points. I feel like they're affordable, and then I'm always surprised when I realize, wait, that's $35? But with Vichy, wait for Ulta deals. I have bought so much Vichy in 40% off deals on usually Platinum Perks Day. I do have a couple of makeup items I want to add into this video, but it is for a very specific reason, and that is because I traveled. And the thing with makeup is not all makeup travels all that well. Aside from this, I feel like my preferences haven't changed. They really don't change that much with makeup. I need to be more adventurous, actually. I'm wearing the Revlon foundation, I'm wearing the Caloray lip gloss, the Joa Brow. It's all from my favorite makeup. But I did discover some travel makeup favorites, and these are actually Korean. It's so funny. I forget all the time that these Kaja beauty bento boxes are Korean. It's so funny, I don't forget it when I'm using their blushes, their lip products, but these eyeshadows I always forget. I just think this is a Sephora brand. I think what it is that most K-beauty eyeshadows are really, really soft. Let me show you an example here. This is a Hamish eyeshadow palette. So I'll swatch a couple of these eyeshadows right here. There you go. Very, very soft. It's absolutely fine if you love these. That's just a personal preference thing. Admittedly, I don't wear that style of eyeshadow that much. If I'm going to go through the effort of putting on eyeshadow, I typically want a little bit more pigment, and that's exactly what Kaja gives me. So let me swatch some of these Orange Blossom shades from the Orange Blossom palette. Can you see the difference here? These are shimmers, by the way. They're just really soft shimmers. So the formula feels so different from most Korean beauty eyeshadows, but that's not ultimately the reason why I'm putting them in this video. It's because these are so perfect to travel with. They are so small and condensed. The color schemes are so well thought out. They're so well thought out. I'm wearing the Glowing Guava trio today. I will tell you one of the limits, and that is you can't get a ton of looks from 3 eyeshadows for the most part. But you can throw these into your makeup bag, and then you have a lot of possibilities. And I do love that the color on the outside, for the most part, corresponds to the color inside. It's not perfect, but it gives you an idea. And my other makeup favorite is one that I just never thought was going to end up in a favorites video. And I don't know where I got this. I think it was in one of the advent calendars, but I can't remember which one. So this was gifted to me, and I just didn't think too much of it at the time. I thought, oh, it's cute, but it's probably not great quality. Do you know how perfect this is to throw in your makeup bag? When you have got a trip, you got to be somewhere, you've got your big, floofy powder brush. Pull it apart like that to put it away. And then you've got 3 mini brushes on the other side, and they're actually the perfect selection of what you need. You've got one in here for blending. You've got a bigger blending brush, which is exactly what you want in doing eyeshadow, and then you've got your shader. The thing about these brushes is I didn't think they are the best quality. I guess I still don't think they're the best quality brushes out there. It's the convenience of this for me. It's the convenience, I don't know what it is with me and brushes, but for some reason, I'll pack everything and forget brushes. Brushes and eyeshadow primer. Those are the 2 things that I have by far forgotten the most. I never forget my foundation, my concealer, my blush, but I forget those things. And that's why I love this, because I don't forget brushes anymore. Since getting this, I throw this in my bag and it works. Again, not the absolute best, but it works. I've got brushes to use. Last section for this video, we are going to talk about hats. I've got to talk about hats because I realized their value this past weekend when we were in the sun for 2 days. And as you can see, I didn't burn. I did not get a burn on my face, at least. I did on my knees, but that's another story. I was all mad at the sunscreen that I wore, and then I realized I can't be mad at the sunscreen because I had a major user error with it. It turns out that water resistant and friction resistant are different things. Now I've set myself up to have to tell you the story, haven't I? So we went tubing, right? Super fun, absolutely loved it, except for one minor detail, and that is the water was cold. And I've talked before about not being good at handling cold. So the sun is beating down on us, super hot, but the water cold. So I was trying to figure out how to squirm in my tube, how to position myself so that I wasn't touching the water. Slightly missing the point of going tubing, I know, but I was cold. So it's that I was rubbing my arms and my knees on the inside of the tube trying to position myself, and so yeah, this actually, it's healing up pretty quickly, but that was a burn there. My knees are still red. They're still red from that. So yeah, I need a friction-proof sunscreen. Oh, actually, that's called clothing. I think I'm going to get a rash guard. I think I want to get a rash guard. It's just, it makes logical sense for me, Everybody else can be looking cute in bikinis. I need a full rash guard so I can stay warm and protected. So hats, I'm so excited about this. I want to talk about sun hats. Sun hats kind of like the one I'm wearing, but actually way better. To do this, I want to do a throwback. I want to start with a throwback to this hat right here. This very 2010s hat. As a sun hat, these are such a flop. Get it? Okay. I'll give them that they protect your scalp. They do that quite effectively. But you all know, it's in your eyes. It's in your eyes, walking around everywhere. The faintest wind blows, and even though you would think it can't catch the wind, it does. So this is all to tell you, if this is your perception of a sun hat, I've got great news for you. You don't have to wear that kind of hat. There are way better ones available, and I usually buy them from Yesstyle. So I talked about this one a long time ago, and I have worn this one so much. It's really looking rough. I think it has some sunscreen on the interior, but it has saved me so many times. Here's what's great about this. So this actually stays on your head because you do have this, which I think might have been white, but now is gray. Like I said, I've worn it a lot. Whatever this material is, it's really effective at protecting your face. I will tell you, I had bought this pink one, and I won't repeat that mistake. I will be buying black hats from now on. Because you see how it looks kind of wrinkled? It just does that, and I don't think you can iron it. But I really got my money's worth. Again, these are from Yesstyle, and they're all very affordable. So my next Yesstyle hat, oh my gosh, I love this one so much. Same idea with the sun protection on this one, except with this open back here, you can fit your ponytail, you can fit your hair clip. See, that's my deal. I have my hair in a clip a lot. A lot. This hat is just, it's as close to perfection as you can get, in my opinion, and it was super affordable. That's 2 hat options. I'm wearing a third one, but see, the thing is, I don't like this style as much. I really don't. I don't feel like it protects you as well as those do, and also it's missing the strap. It's cute. It's cute. But I like those more. And I still have one more hat. I'm a bit of a hat connoisseur, what can I say? I actually can't believe I haven't shared this yet in a video, because everybody in my life got this as a gift from me this past Christmas. I'm not even kidding. This is what I bought everyone. But story first. Okay, so I already told you all that we went tubing, right? So we get in the water, we get on our tube. I have one bag with me, which I guess that's probably pretty normal. Some people take less down the river, but I had a little bag with me. We get on the water, we push off with our feet, and Ara turns to me and she says, "Alice, do you have an extra hat?" We just got on the water. I am sitting there going, Ara, why would you ask me this now? Now? We were at the car, 10 minutes ago. Why did you not ask then? And I'm like, well, lucky enough for you, I do have an extra hat. And in all fairness, I can't even deny it. In all fairness, she says, well, I asked now because I figured you did have one. And yep, sure enough, in my little tiny bag, I had a whole hat. She's right, of course I would. So this is the Bagu packable hat. Am I saying the name of that company correctly? Bagu? I use their reusable grocery bags, and I saw this on their website a while ago, and I had to go and get it. I had to try a packable hat. Upon getting it, I loved it so much that, again, I bought everybody one of these. It is such a brilliant idea. You have the fully adjustable strap here, so you can adjust this portion for your head size. You do have the ties, so it ties on your head. It is a little bit more of a kind of, how to describe this? Like, imagine a hoop skirt and a hat. I think that explains it. So it's not really flexible on, but it is really good at blocking the sun because it's really wide. And it is incredibly easy to take with you, so you always have an emergency hat. And yes, an emergency hat is something that I would have. And let me reiterate why I have an emergency hat. Neither of us got a sunburn at all on our faces or on our scalps, and then the very next day when we were at Busch Gardens, Ara did not wear a hat and her scalp got burned. And that's why hats are so great and why everybody should have at least one, if not also an emergency hat. And my friends, that brings us to the end of this video. Was it long? I feel like I tried to make a shorter video, but then somebody mentioned hats. Oh, that's right. it was me. Anyway, I hope it was a fun video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you all next time.